Drivers, start your engines. I'm Collin Barnwell.
And I'm Macy Reyes, and this is Behind the Wheel powered by Hiremaster.
In this week's Get Hired segment, drivers continue to be in high demand as supply chain bottlenecks cause disruptions in several lanes across the country. Some companies are continuing to improve driver pay, benefits, and facilities in order to retain drivers.
As carriers continue to look for the highest quality drivers, and with fewer drivers entering training programs, it might be a good time to find out who's hiring and what opportunities are available. Go to hiremaster.com today and improve your situation. Last week, Candace Rivers reminded drivers to keep their minds sharp by reading or listening to podcasts out on the road. As life on the road can be quite monotonous, reading just 10 pages from a book each night, especially a nonfiction book, is a great habit to develop on the road, spurring creativity and positivity behind the wheel. This week's tip is all about planning ahead, so let's go to Candace Rivers for this week's Fits Possible Tip of the Week.
Hey everybody, it's Candace with our Fits Possible Wellness Tip of the Week. Today I want to talk about planning ahead. So often when we get extremely hungry, we're willing to eat whatever we can find, and that can also sabotage the good efforts that we're trying to have when it comes to making better choices. So today I want to encourage you, before you go in the store, set out a plan for what snacks you're going to eat every day. Write them down, because we hold ourselves more accountable when we know what it is that we're trying to achieve and what we're going to set ourselves up to get and do. So today, before you go in, have a plan on what you're going to get. That way, even though you may be hungry, your mindset of knowing what it is that you want to do and what you're going to do will help you make the right choices. Remember, you matter. You are the reason why the world has everything that it gets. And making sure that you're good makes a difference. Remember, we love you. God bless.
Thanks, Candace. You can find more videos from Candace by following her on TikTok at Fits Possible Trucking.
We've seen a record number of multi-car accidents involving semi-trucks on the nation's highways this year, especially as temperatures continue to hover around freezing in much of the upper half of the country. And we're not quite out of the clear yet on driving conditions.
That's right, Collin. In fact, we saw another crash last week on I-80 near Chicago that involved cows. Did you hear about this?
I haven't.
Yeah, this one tugs on my heartstrings a little bit. I was the captain of the dairy team back in high school. So, yeah, a cattle hauler ran into another semi truck, causing 18 heads of cattle to be thrown onto the highway. Unfortunately, 2 of the cattle had to be put down on site, while surviving cattle roamed in the nearby fields. Although it took authorities several hours to wrangle up the cows, no one was killed in the incident, other than the cows, and the driver of the cattle hauler survived with serious injuries. It was determined he was driving under the influence.
Those poor cows. Let's hope we don't see any more wrecks like this for a long time. In this week's weather watch, it's hard to believe we're still seeing snowfall in a few parts of the country, but we are. Expect consistently high snowfall in Colorado, Montana, and even some parts of Northern California. For the rest of the West Coast, you can expect rainfall throughout this week.
In the Midwest and southern regions, we'll see severe weather warnings in Texas, Oklahoma, and Missouri, all the way up through Illinois. These storms may bring high winds, potential hail, and heavy rainfall.
And that's going to do it for this week's Behind the Wheel. I'm Collin Barnwell.
And I'm Macy Reyes. Be sure to follow, subscribe, like, and comment to catch each episode, and stay safe out there. We'll see you next time for Behind the Wheel powered by Hiremaster.